What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Moto Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Luke Nesler. We come to you each and every week to talk to you about the business of moto. Guests in the industry that have done incredible things, guests in the industry that are building incredible things, and sometimes even special guests from outside the industry that can bring you some incredible knowledge to help you build your moto career. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Moto Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Luke Nesler. We've got a really valuable episode for you today. We're going to talk to you about a really important piece of your marketing puzzle that I think is oftentimes forgotten about. I've got a special guest with me today to kind of talk about that. Before we dive in, I want to just remind you, be sure to go to racerxonline.com racerxonline.com/moto marketing. That's where you can find out what the latest subscription and renewal promotion is from RacerX. Sometimes they're giving away, free product as cool as a chance to win a set of Maxxis tires and rims. Sometimes it's shirts, sometimes it's stickers. Always a lot of great stuff, and you get access to the digital subscription as well as the print issue. And be sure to support the magazine that brings great content like this to you. Hey, today's guest is JP Vandyke. He's a friend of mine that I've known for a few years now. We've done some really cool things together. JP's known for creating some really helpful and interesting tools to help businesses better promote themselves. In the past, he's done some really interesting things and still does those things with LinkedIn, but now he has seen a need and a hole in the marketplace for businesses that struggle getting reviews, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Google, or other review-related sites. He found a need, and he developed a solution for that. So we'll obviously talk about his tool and what it does, but really spelling out why Google reviews are so valuable to your business, whether you're a brick and mortar, whether you're an e-commerce business. That's why I wanted JP to come on today. So JP, man, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you. I appreciate you being here with me. You're coming to us from Nashville, Tennessee, which is home to, JP's not a moto guy, so bear with us, guys. JP, Nashville, Loretta Lynn's ranch is home to the biggest amateur motocross race in the world. So just down the road from you is where kind of the heartbeat of the sport is in the amateur scene. So welcome to the show, man.
Believe it or not, she has a big 3-day rally. I ride motorcycles. I just don't ride motocross. I took my bike and I was over there for one of the days and parked next to a couple tents and watched a bunch of main stuff.
That's cool.
I know all about it.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So JP, a lot of the people that listen to this show that are in business, man, they have stores online, or maybe they have dealerships or things like that. Talk to us about the importance of just Google reviews and some things that people are just missing out on, some easy wins that they could get, but maybe they just don't understand the process.
So let me ask you, and I'll ask it to you, where do you think your best new customer, whether he walks into the brick and mortar, whether he comes to your site, where does that person come from? The best new customer. You've got all kinds of different marketing. You've got podcasts. You've got people coming up to shows. But where does that new person that walked into the showroom, where does he come from? Where's the best guy coming from? What would you think?
Probably a referral or some type of word of mouth, or just hearing from somebody else about your business.
Bingo.
Yeah.
A happy customer.
Yeah.
That is the best new client that you can get. I bought your product. I tell my buddy about it, and he comes in and buys your product. I mean, it's almost, there's no rapport. I already like you because my buddy likes you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Google reviews, or any reviews, that's what it is. Instead of telling one person, he's telling thousands.
Yeah.
The statistics on how many people are using reviews before they make a decision is staggering. It's 93 to 97% of people are doing business with you because of the reviews.
Yeah.
So think about how many people come into your If you're I shop at Harley Davidson. I have a hog. How many people walk into that store every single day who love Harley Davidson?
Yeah.
And they're not asking reviews. The ones here are, because it's one of my clients.
Yeah.
But think about just this week. I tell people all the time, what's something you do on a regular basis? You probably go to dinner, right? You took your wife to dinner. You took your girlfriend to dinner. Did you give them a review? Probably not. And the number one reason is because they didn't ask you.
Yeah.
What if they didn't have to push that idea? Luke, when you go home, can you go to Google and maybe look online and give us a review and really help us out? What if you could streamline that process to where they just literally type in their email and they're going to get a review sent to them that they fill out? Or what about, I know a lot of motocross, you were telling me the when they go to the events, right? Racer X probably has a booth or a tent.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these people listen and will have setups in the vendor area where people can come by and maybe buy their product or ask questions about their product. So they definitely have a display set up.
And what if they were standing right there and they said, listen, you got your cell phone? Can you scan that QR code and give us a review? Boom, pops up, they do it. They're done that fast.
Yeah.
How many of those people that day would now be review people for you?
Yeah.
And this is the first time that quantity is better than quality. You want as many as you can, because what that's going to do on a regular basis, getting reviews, first thing it does, moves you to the top of the page. And as more reviews keep coming in, you stay there. That's the power. Because of all the people that are looking and deciding based on the reviews, if you're the one they're looking at, you're getting the business.
I think that's where a lot of people don't understand is that there's more value than just seeing that people are saying nice things about your business on Google. Google actually gives priority to the people that have a lot of reviews and brings them to the top, most likely out of an effort to make sure that they're providing a search result. When somebody has a need, they're giving them the best quality solution because they're the people that have the most reviews. So I know that's an area that a lot of businesses, brick and mortar or e-commerce, don't realize that everybody wants to climb to the top of Google. Well, part of that strategy is getting reviews. And I just think that's misunderstood or just not known.
15% boost for reviews on Google. Everything does on Google, even Google's ads, don't get the boost that reviews get. Because believe it or not, reviews equate to big money for Google, right? I mean, it's just a big deal for them. And so that's what's helping you get it. And the real benefit is these are your clients. These are the people who like you. These are the people who just bought some boots or a pair of gloves. Of course they're going to like you. You're giving them now a chance to help you boost your business even more by using the people who already like you.
Yeah, yeah. What are some other interesting tidbits of information about added value that reviews, whether it's on Google, Facebook, whatever, that that brings to somebody's strategy when, hey, I'm going to market my business?
So any other marketing you have. So let me ask you a question for impact. What other types of marketing do you guys do?
Yep. So
I know you do marketing, but what are some other ideas that you do?
Yeah, we're doing targeted social media advertising. We're doing email marketing. We're doing text message advertising. We're building and designing websites, YouTube advertising, kind of anything digital. That's really where we play.
What if in all of those media opportunities, you're putting a little blurb with your Google address and say nothing more than, take a look at what everybody's saying about us. They click on it, they see 350 reviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're blowing up your regular media regular marketing using your reviews as another source. Again, they see that, they go, holy cow. Now they're looking at 350 people, whether they look at just a star review or whether they get into reading the messages. It's another huge boost to whatever marketing you're already doing.
Yeah, just the way you started off the top of the show, like the best form of marketing and advertising is word of mouth. And I mean, that's kind of when we talk about clients, how we're helping them. We're helping them spread the good word about their business. But again, what people don't understand is the search optimization, the search engine optimization capabilities and potential that reviews bring you. So I think, let's look at it from the brick and mortar standpoint. And you talk about Harley Davidson dealerships, and we've worked with a bunch of them in the past, and we still work with a bunch of them. That's something that they're always looking for a leg up, always looking for an advantage, and not only helping them climb up in the search, is it going to help, but also when I go to look and see that they've got 5,000 positive reviews, that's a game changer. Now, here's what's cool. So we work with JP on these tools that he develops, and then my company is able to bring these pieces of software and tools that he builds. We get access to them, and now we're able to put them into the Rolodex of what we're able to do for our clients. And JP, you developed something here recently that there are other Google review tools out there, and that's great, but you've developed something that is seamless. It's super easy to use. There's a done-for-you solution. There's a do-it-yourself solution. So talk to me about what this tool does, because I think we're not going to get into the rates and everything on here because we're not trying to sell you on it, but just knowing that this is out there and something that your business can and should use, and it's very, very inexpensive, like not in the thousands of dollars, but in the low hundreds of dollars. And it's what all this thing can do is insane. When you called me and told me about this, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, can I get access to this for my clients? And you said yes. So talk to me about what this tool can do and some of the benefit that it brings. It's pretty neat.
Can I do, before I get into that, can I show you something I see on your desk?
Yep.
It's some kind of nutritional product, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Can I show you a live look at people looking for that?
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, so for those listening on iTunes, be sure to go watch. I'll kind of narrate what you're looking at. Be sure to go watch on YouTube and check this out. I can see your screen, yep. So what JP's got is a graph, and it kind of looks like a heart rate monitor, to where it's just, a pulse, right? It's spikes and valleys. So go ahead, JP.
This is Nashville, and I'll even refresh it for people that are looking. This is Nashville in the last 4 hours of people on Google looking under the keyword of nutrition. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's 4 hours. That's an average of 75 to 50 people a minute looking at this.
Yeah, just in Nashville, right?
This is just Nashville. This is again, you can see here, this is from Google. This is a live Google snapshot. It's Nashville, Tennessee. The search item was nutrition, and these are all the people in Nashville looking for nutrition right now.
Wow.
And it even breaks it down by city if I wanted to. Lynchburg, where they make Jack Daniels, 85 people on average per minute were looking for nutrition. I can't imagine why, but that's what they were doing. And I just want to show you this. I saw that on the desk. This is how many people are looking. If you were selling that nutrition and these people were looking, how many of these people, if you had 300 reviews or plus, are now going to buy from you because they saw you first?
Yeah. Yeah, I look at this as an easy win, because even some of the biggest companies, they have reviews, but they're not actively, a lot of them at least, are not actively pushing to get more and more reviews, because they don't understand that it's a little known fact that helps you increase your search rank. So a lot of these companies get them when they get them, but they're not using it as an active marketing strategy to boost them. So seeing this, and what JP just showed us was how many people are searching for the key term nutrition in a 4-hour window just in one city. And it's all over the place. So there's a massive amount of potential for a business to focus in on nothing more than Google reviews, and it actually have a massive impact. And the way to do that is not by asking and hoping that they remember when they get home, but giving them a non-salesman-like opportunity to go and leave a very quick review. Meaning, you don't try and sell them and give them a discount for leaving a review and put it in a way that they're going to forget before they get home. You do something as simple as enter their name and their email address, and it sends them an email asking for a review. And then JP, your tool, does a lot of other things, and one of the cool things it does is it follows them up. If they don't leave a review, it sends them a reminder. There's a lot of cool things that this tool does. Talk to us about that.
So the first thing is how easy it is. There's two ways that you can talk about the reviews. The first one is, yes, and you don't really need their name. You just need their email address. So if you are a business, e-commerce always get email addresses, so it's an easy one for them. They can literally put an email and request a review in roughly 10 seconds. So once you're in the portal, it's very, very simple to ask for those reviews. The other opportunity is a brick and mortar. The brick and mortar has two ways. They could do a QR code like we already talked about. So they put up this QR code and somebody at the register says, can you give us a review? And they scan their phone. Or you could actually have, say, an iPad or a laptop, and right there again at the register, they say, while you're waiting, because I shop motorcycle shops all the time. There's nothing fast about what they're doing. And they right there can do a quick review if they want to. But so within the portal itself, it's very simple, very quick. And you can even have multiple employees. I have car dealerships that their marketing guy does reviews at the end of the day and asks for them. So there's all kinds of ways we can show you. One of the really, really neat features is we call it reputation management, right? Within Google and almost anybody, negative reviews are a killer. I don't care. The guy was rude. The guy was slurping coffee at the register and just whatever it was, and made the guy upset, and that guy's going to go vent. Well, we've given them a terrific opportunity to vent, but it doesn't go to Google. So when they go to the review and they do a 1, 2, or 3-star review, it gives them a place to write what they want, but that review comes back to you, the owner. You can try to deal with it. Maybe you try to save that customer. Maybe you're going to call them up and say, listen, I'm so sorry you had this experience. Can we make it up to you? Come back in, and I'm going to give you a poster for free next time you come in. Yeah. Whatever. The only reviews we're posting for you are 4- and 5-star reviews. Yep. That's it. Everything else lets that customer vent, but it doesn't hurt you because it doesn't go to the internet.
That's one of my favorite things about this, and when you told me this, and I want to explain that because I want people to understand this is not a way to, be sketchy and not pay any mind to the people that might have had a poor experience and only promote the good. Now, many of you would be fine with that, and that's great. But the bottom line is, if there's an upset customer that had a bad experience, I take that very seriously. JP takes that very seriously, and you should as well. So what JP is saying is exactly what he said. It gives them a place to vent, and you are made aware of it. You see what they had to say. You see that they gave you a poor review, and you can address the issue, which is really what should be done. But what it does is it protects you from destroying your reputation on Google. Now, if they really want to, they can go around the software, meaning, the way they leave a review is they get an invite via email, they click on it, they leave the review, it goes through our software, and then it goes to Google. If somebody really was upset, maybe they go look and they're going to feel, happy when they see their negative review on there. When they get there, they realize that it didn't post. The way for it to show up, the only way for it to show up is they'd have to actually go to Google and repost that. And the chances of that happening are very, very slim. You can still take care of that negative review, that poor experience somebody had, and that's the end of the story right there. You need to be able to address that, but in a way that it doesn't hurt your business. I was explaining this to somebody a couple days ago, and they were like, well, I think it's good when I see negative reviews. I see that it's somebody that is human. But the problem is, and I've literally seen this happen, a friend of mine owns a restaurant, and somebody went and left a really bad review on his page by mistake. They meant to do it for somebody else. They were referring to people and menu items on this guy's page that he doesn't even employ those people, and he doesn't even have those menu items on his page. So whether it was a competitor trying to give him a bad rating on Google, or it was somebody that just went to the wrong place. So a lot of times there are people that mistakenly put them out there, or maybe it's something that you don't have control over. It's somebody at your front register or somebody on your customer service line that just did a poor job of representing your brand. this prevents them from doing harm to your brand. It catches it. You can address the issue. If it was John on customer support and he did a bad job, you can address it and make John better. But now this customer isn't going to leave a bad review on your page. You're only getting 4 and 5-star reviews that actually go there.
94% of consumers will not patronize a business with negative reviews.
Yeah.
So you want that higher stuff. And it's like you said, being able to fix it yourself is a huge deal because Google doesn't fix bad reviews. They go around you. It's pretty much, you're done. It's there to stick with. And there's a couple opportunities, but they really don't work very well. And then, so one of the other really neat functions we put in there is a bunch of emails. So obviously we have their email because you put it in there. Like you were saying, we send that reminder if they don't fill it out. We send a thank you. So we call that just a good thank you when they give you that review, and you actually can even HTML that email and put something really nice. And then we have a loyalty email. A loyalty email is where you can program in, they're going to get an email from you every 30 days or whatever you want and say, thanks for being a customer of us. Thank you for giving us a review. The next time you come in or the next time you bring a friend, we'll give you 20% off or whatever. It's a terrific way to keep those people coming back, and you don't have to pay for that marketing. We do. It's part of the system for you. And you can go in and change that kind of stuff whenever you want to. Yeah. Again, we've also partnered with Zapier. Zapier is just an integration tool, but if you want to use it so it's almost completely hands-free, if you have a Zapier account, you can tie that into us. People that have QuickBooks, if you have a Zapier account and you have QuickBooks, you never have to touch the review ever. The moment you do an invoice, it sends them the review. So we're trying to make this as easy to use, as basically seamless as possible. But for those people that want to get a hands in there, I've even put all kinds of different reports and stuff in the program for them as well. But the idea is, at the end of the day, this is about growing your business substantially from the clients who already are happy about you.
Yeah.
That's what really we're talking about.
Yeah. Man, it's an awesome tool. I mean, we're using it. It's pretty new. JP made sure it was tested and tried and true before he brought it to his partners like us. And we're using it. Works very well. And again, there's a couple different options. I mean, you can either acquire the tool and we can help you get you set up on that. And you have a minimal fee if you're going to do it yourself, which is a great thing to do. But if you're like me and you're like, man, I understand the importance of this, but I'm never going to remember to do this, I need you to do it for me. Again, super, super low monthly investment that we can help take care of that for you. So, look, I mean, if nothing more, understand the importance of Google reviews and start asking your customers to leave you reviews. If you're interested in using a tool like this, I want you to reach out to me. Look, we don't hardly ever advertise to you on this show. And this is something that I'm only bringing to you because I know it can help. And I know there's a lot of businesses that watch this and listen to this that are not taking this seriously because they just didn't understand that it was a thing that they need to take seriously. Well, we've got a solution for you. I'd love to chat with you about it. You can direct message me on Instagram. You can shoot me an email at luke@thinkimpact.com. It's think, T-H-I-N-K. Impact is I-M-P-A-K-T. It's luke@thinkimpact.com. Or go to our website, thinkimpact.com, and you can find me there. And if you have questions about it, I'll hop on a call with you and talk to you about it. And if it's something you're interested in, you're looking at a few $100s, something very, very inexpensive. I really hope that everybody takes this seriously and goes and looks at how many reviews they actually have on Google. Maybe you have 1, maybe you have 30, but I know that some of the people that JP has tested this out on have thousands and thousands of reviews that this tool helped them get, and it's really helped boost their business and boost their ranking on Google, which is why we wanted to talk to you guys about this today. So, JP, this was awesome, man. Appreciate you coming on. And, if there's any questions or anybody that needs some help with this, we'll obviously work with them and get them set up. And you might be working with JP on this here soon. So, man, I appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. All right, guys, be sure to subscribe, listen to us on iTunes, but this is a good example of why, at least check us out on YouTube on occasion. JP showed us some really cool information, a screen shared and showed it right from his desktop on his dashboard for Google. It's a good reason to go check it out. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next week on the Moto Marketing Podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Moto Marketing Podcast. If your goal is to get real, measurable results from your marketing that will grow your company revenue, then check out how Impact Media can get the same results that they have for Moto's most iconic brands by visiting thinkimpact.com. That's THINKIMPAKT.com. Have a marketing question that you want answered on the show? Send your questions to questions@motomarketingpodcast.com. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. And we'll catch you on the next episode of the Moto Marketing Podcast.